assalamu alaikum, Jianu, Pakhaira Galeni, Hamachu, Nishime, Washmale, Hi, Gonzaimas, hi, hugs and hellos to all those beautiful, amazing people who are tuned into PT World and are watching World this morning. Alongside me, myself, Shazad Khan, and the very pretty Maha Makhdoom. Hello, Maha, how are you?
Hello, Shazad. I'm very good. That was a very energetic hello, which was very different to what was
Which
happening
wasn't
before.
expected.
No, it wasn't expected, but I'm very well today. How are you today?
I'm absolutely perfect, getting better day by day,
Good.
and I think that's what we need to do. You know, we just need to hope for the best, and that's it. But then at the same time, there are so many other people who make you feel so great about your own self.
Yes, they do.
And, you know, they feel like as if, you know, they're blessings
Yes, they
within
are.
your life, and, you know, you're surrounded by them. But then at the same time, Maha, there's one more thing which I wanted to say, and that is that, you know, we use the term youth quite a lot of time.
Yes,
And,
overuse the term.
I don't want to use it, I mean, as many a times, but then at the same time, there are people who are doing great jobs out there. There are people who are working for the society. They're working, who are giving back to the society at such a young age.
Exactly, and as we know that over 64% of Pakistan's population are under the age of 30, almost 103 million are under the age of 25, which is a huge number. And these are the people that can actually bring about change if they are given the right resources, they're given the right standards of living, they're given education. But as we know, within Pakistan, it is quite difficult. And, you know, there are a lot of problems, social, economic pressures. But like you said, youth are doing a lot.
Yeah, and then, you know, for all those people who actually...
People.
It's all right, I'll leave the morning. But for all those people who live above the poverty line, you know, they have this feeling that probably we can do something if we come together, if we join hands, and then give back to the society. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, the only purpose to bring it up is that we have got such young people over here in the studio. They're a pack of 6, but, you know, we've divided them 3 and 3.
Divide and conquer.
No, it's not like that, but then at the same time, we wanted everybody to speak their hearts out and what they're actually doing.
Exactly. So, and as we've always said that, you know, the youth of today are our partners of today and leaders of tomorrow. And these kids are doing exactly that. They've taken the initiative to try and alleviate or help alleviate the poverty issue, which is very, you know, spread out through Pakistan.
Yes.
So we have been joined by the wonderful Syed Bilal Huda, who is actually the founder of Cater Care. Correct?
Cater Center.
Cater Center.
Yeah.
I've got that written as well, and it's right in front of me. Assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. Besides Syed Bilal Huda, we've been joined by Tareem Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum assalam.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
Besides Tareem, we've been joined by Mohammed Shayar Tariq. Assalamu alaikum, good morning.
And Shariar, you can certainly take it easy, you know, just leave
Yeah,
it
he is.
down.
Sorry. He's smiling. I
Feel
like
as if
him.
you're in your TV lounge as well, but, you know, getting started and, you know, let's start the conversation as well. So whose brainchild was it, Cater Center?
Basically, I had given this a bit of a thought that, you know, I wanted to start something of my own. It went back to a couple of months back in February when I thought that, you know, I should start something that I do small projects, but they have a huge impact.
Okay.
A best example of that is, do you know about the Wall of Kindness? Are you
Yes.
familiar with that? So projects like that, and the more I researched over it, I realized that, you know, I should expand it more.
Okay.
So soon, alhamdulillah, I approached people, I asked them, and nobody rejected. That was the best part, that nobody said no to what I asked them to do. Nobody said no to this proposal. And after a couple of months, I gathered a team and we started off during the month of Ramzan.
Okay, we will definitely move on to, you know, how the team was
Yeah.
gathered and all of that. But then at the same time, talking about Cater Center, how old were you when you thought about it?
I was 18 back then. I turned 19 in April.
Okay.
So yeah,
So it
So
has been 1 year.
it's a new
it's a very
idea.
new, yeah.
Okay, excellent. And it's a really great idea. So now, Tareem, how did you get involved in Cater Care?
Through mutuals. Actually, it's my best friend Fatima. She was, you know, he approached her and then she said, come along with me. And at first, it wasn't that serious because I did not know what was it about. See, it's so big and huge, and it's like, I am so glad to be here.
Okay, and we're going to ask you why you got involved
Yeah.
in it in a moment. But Shayar, tell us, why did you get involved? How
te-
did you get involved?
Technically, I wasn't involved in the beginning, but at one moment, Sirosh told me about the initiative and about how they needed donations for their project. So he assigned me to collect donations, and after I did, they were really impressed by my work, and they just started.
How much donations did you collect in the first go?
Around 25,000.
Oh,
Well
that's
done,
cool.
that's
That too in a passage of, you know, just 4 days.
We were
And
really
if
impressed.
we- and not only that, currently he's our, you know, highest finance collector, so he is surely justifying his spot.
So
over
you
there.
cannot get into a fight with him.
Not at all.
We can. He's our man.
Yeah.
Okay, now the whole point was to counter
Yeah,
poverty.
that's our mission
And you
statement.
wanted to do little projects. You said
Yep.
the Wall of Kindness was one example. Now this is actually something that you can't just stop, right? It's an
I understand,
ongoing
yes.
situation. So how did you think that you're going to tackle this situation?
Basically, we have a very organized plan, alhamdulillah. We have divided our whole team into departments.
Okay.
Can I name the departments?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
obviously.
No, you
Our,
can't.
our first department is research and development.
Okay.
The job of those the members affiliated with research and development is to come up with project ideas.
Okay.
And then they come up with presentations and give those presentations to our panel, and through a voting session we decide that we should approach this idea.
Okay.
And after that we are directly in link with our finance department that comes up with an estimate budget,
Okay.
so that we fall onto that budget, and we keep receipts of all of our expenses to ensure that we do fall onto our budget.
So organized.
Cool.
I'm really
Exactly.
impressed.
It is.
And then we have our marketing and media department that are interlinked, because media's duty is to come up with our promotional strategies.
Yes.
They advertise our work and all, and using those images and videos we market our work to tell the donor that yes, their money is being reinvested in the right cause.
Okay, very nice
Excellent.
and superb it is.
Wait, just before you
Sure,
go,
sure.
Atherium, which department are you part of?
I'm part of the finance department
Okay.
as well as the marketing
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, why did you get to handle two departments?
because I can multitask.
Oh, that's great. So women can obviously multitask. We have been listening about that as well.
Yeah.
But then at
For
the
3
same time,
years.
who helped you to set up the entire mechanism as well? Because when you were 18,
Yeah.
wasn't it quite a lot of difficulty in between settling things to, okay, you do this, I'll do this, and this is what the mechanism looks like?
Not
It's
really.
very clear cut.
Yeah, not really, because after I got this idea, I started doing some research work, and through that research, I realized that if I set up a meeting initially, which we did, then I just told each member that you best fit in this department, you best fit in that department, and alhamdulillah, everybody took it so well that I did not have to make any alterations with that.
Okay, that is great. But now, since your mission statement is that we want to eliminate poverty.
Counter poverty
Okay.
till it's rooted.
Counter poverty
Yeah.
till it's gone.
Yeah.
Very
How,
clear.
how are
Oh.
you guys planning to do that?
First of all, poverty can never be
Totally eradicated.
eradicated, in my personal opinion. It can be mitigated.
Okay.
So we plan to do that. We plan to reduce poverty till its roots, but obviously at the same time you can never approach everybody else who is in the poverty line and end their
Okay.
end their
But
How
misery.
do
the
you plan
aim
on
is-
doing this? That's what I'm asking.
That's the thing. We have different projects in different months. Our current project is called the Rozgar scheme. It's for those people who need a start to their life, who need to earn a constant source of income, and who need to feed their family and themselves as well. So what we've done is that we have designed stalls for them.
Okay.
So they are going to carry those stalls around, and they're going to start their own business. It can be a French fry stall, it can be a burger stall. And in fact, we have designed those stalls, and we inshallah shall be distributing them today as well.
Excellent.
Inshallah.
You guys are so organized. It's very impressive. Now, in regards to the volunteers, because you've got departments, you have research and development, you have a marketing. I mean, a lot of businesses don't have these things. So, how did you get the volunteers? I'm going to ask Shariar this. How did you find out through a friend
Yeah.
who got you involved? But how have you guys grown to your number that you are now? How many are there of you?
Around 21.
Yeah, 21.
21 include. I was the last one to enter, so I was.
So you're the newest one.
Yeah, I'm the newest one.
Okay.
So
Right.
when did you join?
I joined about 2 months ago,
2 months ago.
but it feels like home.
Okay,
Really.
oh, this is sweet. Okay, now in regards to your volunteer work,
Yeah.
the volunteers that join, are you looking for more, and how do they get
Yes.
involved, and how did you find the 21 that you have?
That's the thing.
And how do you trust them all? Because you have finance people,
Yeah.
you have collectors.
Well, he collected, 30,000 deposit.
How do you know?
25.
Yeah.
But because whenever he collects an amount, he just approaches me and tells me that I've collected this much, and we have.
Oh, I want this job, man. Honestly. I want this job.
At the end of the day, all the money comes through me, so you really don't want that job.
Yeah, all right.
No, but that's the thing. He will. That was Shazad saying he collected 30 but
Yeah.
gave you 25. Is that?
How
so
can you
how-
check?
I
how-
gave-
How
We
can
have-
you keep a
yeah,
check
yeah,
on that?
We have a contract.
Okay.
We have a contract. When a new member joins, he has to go through all the policies, and if we see any fabrication being done, then that person's spot in the team is obviously at risk, and we take
And we also have
efforts over
this donors details
Yeah.
sheet, with all their contact address. So and we contact them and tell them and
And
even
thank them
message
for the donations they
Thank them is exactly we
Okay.
thank
How do
them.
you thank them?
We
We text them
collect their
or-
contact
Wow.
numbers, so we send a message to them on behalf of our NGO, thanking them for trusting us with their
Wonderful.
valuable.
And if it's
So
their
you've
birthday,
based
too.
on an international model, basically, how
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
yeah.
collection and the donations.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, you started doing these different projects, and you said you want to also the people who need to earn some money as
Yeah.
well. Now, in regards to that, how do you do the marketing for that, and how do you collect the finances?
The social media, first of all, that's the best for advertising because we can tackle everything over there.
Okay.
More than that, what did you say again? But,
How
like
do you
two
market-
questions.
How do
Okay.
you market your projects?
Yep.
Yes, that's the one.
Especially through the social media. We have an Instagram page and Facebook and every social media that's available. And then we post everything that we do. And it's not like we're bragging, we
that's the thing.
invite people. And that's the basic thing, invitation. To let them know that they're a part of it. And then they get
And then
attracted.
what response do you get?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the thing. There's two schools of thought. One school of thought thinks that we should not post our pictures because we are doing something in the way of Allah. I understand their opinion, and our school of thought is that we should portray our work. We should show the donors that yes, their money is being reinvested in the right cause.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for those people who question why we upload pictures and videos of our work, it's for them to realize that yes, we do upload it in order to tell where your money is being reinvested.
Yeah.
Only that.
No, that's a brilliant point.
That
But
is-
then
yeah.
at the same time, I would love to move on to Shariar over here. Now, Shariar, the thing is that whenever you go to a person and ask them for a bit of money, they want to see something in your hand. And that certainly is the evidence
Yes.
that you're actually investing it somewhere very useful. How do you have to convince them quite a lot, or it's like
it's easy.
you
you
go
just
to
have
your
to be
papa
polite
or
to them
chatu
and
tell them that okay, chachu, this is
Family.
what
No,
we're doing.
First of all, they're family, so they actually trust us.
Trust us
But
already.
for their complete trust, we have the media and the marketing department, and for that they make pamphlets, and we even show it to them so that they know that their money is not going in the wrong hands.
So who are your core donors?
My family, usually
Because
my
that's the
cousins
thing,
and
Your
all.
family.
Because since we have initiated this since 3 months, so it hasn't been long.
It's new.
So those people who trust us right now, our donor base is very limited.
Okay.
But we're
Our
trying-
family members trust us, our friends trust us,
And
our
our
teachers
teachers.
trust
We
us.
started small, but we're going big. We're this time we decided to put these small donation boxes in our schools.
Okay,
you know,
great.
So we've
and
made
then we
that.
can move on to general stores and all that, but
Okay.
step by step.
Yeah, but okay, of course you have
Start
to do the,
small,
you
go
have to do
big.
the legwork, you have to do the groundwork,
Yep.
and obviously you have to establish yourself.
Yep.
Now, in regards to these programs that you guys are running, so I asked you how you reach the people. Now, in regards to the finances, how do you allocate the money to which project? Do you take one project at a time,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
do you do multiple?
Basically, we have one main project and we have one sub project.
Okay.
The sub project, obviously, the expense that we allocate for the sub project is obviously very minute, but obviously we ensure that the project we undertake has a good impact.
Okay.
Whereas the finance department, they come up with their own estimate budget that in order to execute this project, we will be needing this much budget. So we
Okay.
have to fall onto that, and at the same time we have to economize, because fine, I understand that the society is giving us their money, so basically it's not our money, but we have to treat it like our money.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have to economize on
No,
that.
that's a
Okay,
brilliant
that's
thing.
great. And now, when you go out to reach the people, you go and when you're feeding them, etc. How do they react to you, Shariar?
Uh,
What are they-
I've never
you never been?
this is my first project, the Master U project.
Okay.
So I saw little children.
You interacted with the
Yeah,
kids,
I
right?
interacted with them. They were really fun, but I just saw their eyes and I was just amazed at
You can just tell
It's
me the
hard
name of the
melted.
project once again?
Master U.
I guess
Master
you
U,
guys
yeah,
have
Master U was on our show as well.
Yeah,
So what
yeah.
are you doing in this project? Are
Basically-
you providing them with stationery?
Yeah.
Yes, we're-
pencils,
we're
books?
providing them with
he has a
stationery
capacity
and-
of around 100 students over there. So we provided bags, stationery, whiteboards, and more than importantly, they sit on the floor. They sit on the ground while studying. So we provided them with chairs.
Okay.
So
great.
when we took the chairs over there, the first thing that the kids asked, will we sit on them?
Oh,
So
so,
that-
so
that
wait,
was-
Master Ayub hasn't provided them with chairs yet?
No, but he promised us that he's going to build a school, a makeshift school, like with
Yeah.
a couple of rooms. But I hope he does.
Yeah,
he
let's,
will,
let's
inshallah,
hope he does. We all hope he
I
does.
mean,
'cause
he's
he was-
dedicated his entire life to
Yeah,
all those
exactly.
kids
Yeah.
who
30
are
years.
able
Exactly.
to study at the same time. But
Yeah.
then, okay, so now, everything is in place. I will move on to your research department. What I wanted to ask was, how do you plan on that this is the need of the time? For example, you were there in Ramadan, ration boxes were given away, and then Eid clothes and in the old age houses and then everywhere, okay? But how do you plan on that? This is what we are going to do this time, and this is what I picked up, and this is what is very needful.
Perfect. The thing is that the research and development department, they come up with the ideas. When they do that, they create presentations of their respective idea.
Okay.
And then they present their presentations to our panel. And we weigh in between the pros and cons of it. Like, are we going to economize on this? Are we going to spend a lot on this? Will it have a good impact or not? And more importantly, is the project big physically, or is the project big impact-wise? Because there's a huge difference. Like, for example,
What do you strive for? Bigger
obviously
impact
impact
or-
wise, yeah.
Impact.
Obviously, like for example, you want to help a homeless person, whereas I want to provide 100 students with stationery.
Yeah.
So who do you think has the what do you think
It
will
depends if the guy has 100 kids.
Nice one.
Yeah, but
two
honestly,
targets
yeah.
with an arrow?
The bigger impact is obviously
Yeah.
greater, and the greater cause
Yes.
might be in your
Yeah.
front side. But then at the same time, the reason why we have had you on the show is
Yeah.
that we should actually highlight that there are young kids like you who are
We're
probably
doing a
doing
lot.
what we are not. So now, how do you think that all of those other people who are out there can be a part of your movement or whatever they have in their heads? Because there might be challenges in between
Yeah.
this year when you got started with Cater Center
Yeah.
as well. What were those challenges which you faced initially?
Basically, Alhamdulillah, the challenges, I was talking to them the other day as well. Everything has gone so smoothly, as if Allah was making things better for us time and time again with every step we took. But the only difficulty that I faced personally was keeping everybody happy, like the members happy, because there are times when you come up with one idea and the other member comes up with another idea, whereas you like your own idea, but you have to give the same attention to that person as well in order to make sure that he does not feel cornered.
Yeah.
So that's the most difficult part.
Okay, now this is one thing that we have actually, I've just been observing a lot from anyone who starts, charity
Yeah.
organizations or giving back, or even their own businesses, etc., is that this desire to be recognized and have their voice heard and be appreciated. The thing is, while trying to do that, sometimes the mission gets sidelined,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it becomes a self-projection
Yeah.
almost to a
Exactly.
certain degree. How are you going to make sure that it doesn't become the Sayyid Bilal Huda show? Or,
I hope
like
it
the
is.
Exactly.
Sharyar Tariq show.
I hope it does not, because every decision that we make, like if I have an idea, we have our own group on our mobiles. So I share
These WhatsApp groups.
It's okay, I can say
I
I can say WhatsApp. So anyway, so the thing is that I share that idea with my members, and we have a voting session. So
The
there
best
won't
part.
be any Sayyid Bilal Huda show, because he has no right to come up with his own idea and decide on that idea that I'm going for this.
Okay,
Okay.
wonderful.
So
And
then
how
you-
wait, sorry.
yeah.
How do you guys feel? Do you feel like it's a very
Yep, all the time.
What about you,
Licking
Sharyar?
the
You're the
pointy
newest
fingers.
member.
Yeah, I'm the newest, but he's a really great leader. He's not a boss; he's a leader. Leader
yeah,
guides
there-
us,
there's a
and
difference.
really.
He's
Great.
an early bird
See,
anyways.
we're
But,
praising
then,
you.
but then at the
It's
same
great.
time, as kids, you do feel like taking a bit of,
Yes, you're right. actually.
misusing your authority a bit and then taking
Power
the
corrupt.
lead
You're right, yeah.
That
and then
has
taking the
never-
spotlight. How do you manage that? Does it get difficult at times?
It obviously does, because at the same time there are so many members, and obviously I'm close to a few people over there. I'm closer to them, but so their influence also comes into my head, whereas the person who I'm not that close to, their influence has to come
Because
into my
they're
head
your
as
team
well.
members
Yeah.
as
So I have to keep a balance, and Alhamdulillah, I hope that I've been keeping a balance. They're
We'll
better
find
to
out
answer.
because you're not sitting on the next
Yeah.
segment. Yeah, we'll get there. But thank you so much for your time. It was wonderful talking to you.
Same here, same.
And
Thank you for
guys, we're
having
going to go
us.
for a short break, but when you come back, we're going to be talking to the rest of Cater Care and discussing what life is like. Stay tuned. Say Cater Center.
Good morning.
Cater Center.
Badshai Mosque or the Royal Mosque in Lahore, commissioned by the 6th Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb in 1671 and completed in 1673, is the second largest mosque in Pakistan and South Asia and the 5th largest mosque in the world. Epitomizing the beauty, passion and grandeur of the Mughal era. It is Lahore's most famous landmark and a major tourist attraction. Capable of accommodating 5,000 worshippers in its main prayer hall and a further 95,000 in its courtyard, it remains the largest mosque in the world. From 1673 to 1986, a period of 313 years, when overtaken in size by the completion of the Faisal Mosque in Islamabad. Today, it remains the second largest mosque in Pakistan and South Asia and the 5th largest mosque in the world after Masjid al-Haram, Grand Mosque of Mecca, and Al-Masjid al-Nabwi, Prophet's Mosque in Medina. The Hassan II Mosque in Casablanca and the Faisal Mosque in Islamabad. To appreciate its large size, the 4 minarets of the Badshai Mosque are 13.9 feet, 4.2 meters taller than those of the Taj Mahal, and the main platform of the Taj Mahal can fit inside the 278,784 square feet courtyard of the Badshai Mosque, which is the largest mosque courtyard in the world. Architectural wonders of Pakistan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. For everybody who just tuned into PTYU Watching World this morning alongside Shazad and Maha, and today we have had people from Cater Center, and these people are actually trying to mitigate poverty. Now, there's obviously a difference in eliminating and mitigating, but I think just because of the fact that they think poverty can never be eliminated, so let's just stick to mitigating.
Okay, yeah,
Do
exactly.
you really
but-
think that it can be eliminated?
Yes, because if you go back in time, Hazrat Umar Razi Allah Ta'ala
yeah.
anhu's time, there was nobody poor back in that time. So I mean,
We can if we all
There's a
work
huge
together.
Yes.
difference between
If we work
that
together,
time.
yeah.
Yeah. No, but
Yeah.
obviously, like, you can try, and that's the
Yeah,
aim,
that's
is
the
that
thing.
no one is suffering. But now we've actually been joined by other people from Cater
Yeah.
Center.
as we
and
as
also-
we but as we mentioned that there's a pack of 6, so what we have done is that we have made the other 2 people to go out
Yeah.
of the studio just because of the fact that we do
Tareem
not have
and
that much of
Sushila.
sitting capacity over here.
Yeah.
But the new 3 members are in now.
Exactly. So we've been joined by Vaniza Kadir. Assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum salam,
Thank you
good
so much for
morning.
joining us.
Yes,
Relax, it's okay. We're not
Yeah.
going to bite, it's okay.
Eat something, bring a glass of milk for us.
Besides Vaniza, we've been joined by Mustariz Irfan. Assalamu alaikum, good
Walaikum
morning.
salam. It's a pleasure to be here.
Besides Mustariz, we've been joined by Sarosh Ansar Malik. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Ansar, sorry.
Yes,
I mean, these names
You
are like...
got a cool hairstyle, bro.
Yeah,
You
very
too.
cool.
Wow.
My dad likes his hairstyle actually.
And what about me?
Yeah,
You
only
have long
Maha
hair.
can comment about that.
You have a song, it's very beautiful. But let me
Thank you.
start with you, Vaniza. How did
Yes.
you guys get involved with Cater Center?
Center. Actually, it was suggested by Mustaqis to me because he's a mutual and he was working already in it. So then I thought it's for a very good cause, and so why not work for this? We can make this thing very big, and it's like we're working for society. So why not work for it? And why can't we do something for it?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So that's
And which
what we're
department
doing.
are you working
I'm
in?
in the marketing department.
You're in the market. Okay,
Yes.
so all the ladies get to do the
Do
marketing.
marketing work.
There's a huge,
Very wise.
there's a reason behind that.
Sure.
Which is?
That means we're creative. Girls are more creative,
No,
right?
that's a very false assumption. I'm sorry.
Let's
Anyway,
not start this male-female thing, because, like, no.
it's very sadly, this is how our society thinks. Like, for example, if Sarosh and I approach a person at their doorstep and ask them for donations, they will not take me seriously or Sarosh seriously.
Yeah.
But if I take Vanessa along with me and if I ask her to talk, they're going to take us seriously.
Discrimination.
I'm sorry to say, but this is how our society thinks, and we have to think like the donor for now, because we have to increase our donor base.
Exactly. And boys should probably start behaving more so that people trust them and give them money, eh?
Do you think?
Because
No,
whenever-
it gets worse.
Really?
No, but whenever you go to a corporate organization, all you see on the front desk is the beautiful
Yeah,
lady.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
anyway.
you're like,
He's
okay,
calling
whatever.
you
know,
beautiful
take it,
indirectly.
take
Yes,
it.
I know that.
They're playing with the psychology of people. Okay, now tell me, Mustaqis, how did you get into it?
Well, I was actually approached by Bilal first, and I told him that I'll think about it.
Okay.
Actually, I have a pretty busy routine and everything, but I was like, I'll think about it. Then I gave it a thought, and I always wanted to do something for the society. And for me, Cater Center was an amazing platform because I had people of my own age. I had understanding with them, and it gave me a platform where I should take a first step.
Okay, great.
So then I was like, okay, let's do this, and Alhamdulillah, it's been going great.
And which department are you in?
I'm actually in every department.
Okay.
And
He's a
I'm,
very versatile member. He has his hands in
and
everything.
I am the head of the media department too.
Okay. But what keeps you busy? Because you said that, okay,
Media
I will
work.
think because I stay so busy and then I'll let you know.
Well, basically, I'm a professional photographer too.
Okay.
And I've been a musician for the past, I don't know, 12, 13 years.
Okay, well, I hope you're not the bassist.
No, yeah.
Lead singer or lead guitarist?
I'm a lead guitarist.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
And so how do you balance all these things? So you do music, you do
Photography.
and you do charity work, and you do your studies.
No,
Studies too.
I don't think so then.
No, you can do all. So how do you do this?
Well, for me, it's all about priorities. You set up your priorities, you set up a limit, okay, this is something that I need to be doing right now. Like right now, I'm free. I have my vacation, so for me, the top priority would be Cater Center and my work.
Okay, wonderful.
So after that, it depends
your
on
result
time.
coming
know,
out
and it's
today?
Sorry?
Is your result coming out
Not
today?
mine. Alhamdulillah, not mine.
What?
My result is today.
Oh
Okay, I
yeah,
thought
that's
maybe it
that's
was
what I
bad.
wanted
You
to
look
say
so
as well.
sad.
For all those kids who've got their result cards today, I mean,
Good
in
luck,
fact,
guys.
they'll be on way to get their report cards and result cards. Please make sure that if there's an F or probably a U in it, don't share it with your mom and
Or
dad.
put the
because-
envelope far away. Get out of the car before and
Yeah,
don't
but
be moving.
best of luck, guys. Best wishes, and inshallah, you will do great. You'll pass with flying colors.
Okay.
Wow.
Inshallah.
Okay, so Sarosh, how did you get involved?
Me and Bilal, we are class fellows.
Okay.
So, and we play in the same football team.
Okay, great.
So, in one tournament, he came to me in the holy month of Ramzan. He came to me and he said, I'm starting an NGO. And I was like, okay. Then he's told me that it's everything he's told me about his missions and stuff and what he's going to do. So, I saw the spark in his eyes. And I was like, he's really into this stuff. And my father, he also runs an NGO. So I was into it all along from my childhood, and I liked my father and the stuff he did. So I
Thank
said,
God that you like your father.
I was about to.
so I said, okay, I'm in, and I was the first one to join Skater Center.
Okay, well, wonderful. Now, what I've noticed with you guys is, which is something different from other, like majority of kids, is that you guys do extracurricular activities
Yeah.
as well as your studies, which is something that is not encouraged as much as it should be.
Yeah, ask my parents.
So now, how did your parents feel about this? Because normally it's like study, and then after you've graduated, then you can live your
Oh,
life.
what have you started?
No,
Don't waste time.
my parents, alhamdulillah, in this matter have been very supportive. But they, time and time again,
So you love your parents too?
obviously. I-
Everyone loves their parents.
as long
Yeah,
as this-
that's what I'm saying. It's you're not supposed to say that.
And but they, remind me time and time again, that Bilal beta, you have to focus on your studies as well. I'm like, yes, Amma, yes, Amma.
Okay, but then at the same time, do you guys end up in an argument, or do you guys end up
Ask
fighting,
the others, don't
or
ask
that
him.
somebody,
Ask the others.
or that somebody's
Believe
not
that.
talking to the other person or the other team member? So who's the one who actually jumps in and, okay, guys, come on, you know, give each other a hug.
Bilal, we call him Puppo of the group because
Oh my God.
National television, man.
yes, it's still
Well, I
okay.
put that in my notes as well, by the way.
Yeah, I wrote that.
That's cool.
There's
So
a
why-
reason behind it.
What was the story?
Yeah, go
Actually,
ahead.
he's very calm with every one of us, and he wants to take the team along, and he's very supportive of everyone. And whatever we tell him to do, he tries to mend it and satisfy everyone in the team.
But why Popo?
sometimes,
Because Popos are
sometimes
not
he
supposed
like-
to stay calm.
Wait. So she's finishing. Not finished.
But sometimes he like, when we're a bunch of kids and we're youngsters, so we have to do, Okay, we're youngsters.
Stop correcting them, Bilal.
See, that's the Popo.
That's
See,
the
that's
Popo
the
factor
Popo
over
thing.
there.
Apparently, they
He's
think
like-
that I ruined the fun whenever we are having this.
He's like, take this to another group. Be serious, guys. What are you guys doing? So we're like, okay,
Not
Popo,
justified to
stop it.
propose, at least mine.
Okay, so no, but that's nice that you've taken that role of kind of the mentorship, kind of looking after everyone. Because at the end of the day, you guys have got a serious issue that you are dealing
Exactly.
with. But now, in regards to your friendships, exactly, like you're working together, you're friends. How do you balance that? Like Shazad's saying, how do you keep it that you don't want to walk your separate ways? Because a lot of NGOs don't last. I'm going to start with your team members first. So I'll start with you, Sarosh. Because you started initially as well. Right?
Yeah, basically our concept and our mission is that we will not stop, and the ambitions and we are doing stuff.
Take your time. It's all right.
Relax.
Yeah.
Take it
so
easy.
the mission that you guys have.
Yeah. So what we are guys, we are really motivated,
Yeah.
and I think we won't stop.
Okay. So your
That's-
personal issues
yeah,
stay
no,
to the
yeah.
side. Okay. How about you, Mustafiz? How do you feel?
For
about
me,
it?
we aren't a team, we're a family.
Okay.
That
Families fight,
That's
then
it.
get back together.
families
That's
fight
the
and they
thing.
get back together. Exactly my point. And for me, we have arguments. Everyone has arguments, even friends, and even you have arguments with your parents and siblings whatsoever. But for me, Cater Center is a family of 21, which will inshallah increase.
Inshallah.
So we have to just work things out and make things okay for
And just
for
be
us.
patient.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
And there's one thing in common in all of the members, that we're very determined. We're not doing this for fun or So we need to make this thing big, and that we have that in mind.
Okay.
So yes, that's one thing, we're determined, and we need to and we need to inspire people. That's one of the thing, because we have a lot of inspirations.
Okay.
And if Edhi Saab could start with one ambulance and he can start with the biggest service of ambulance, so why can't we start with something? And
That's
why
great.
can't we inspire the coming generation?
Okay, but then at the same time,
Your
it is very
generation, not the coming
essential.
generation. Your generation, guys. We need this generation to
Yeah,
figure
But
it
at the same time,
They
it is
should
very
just play
essential
along.
that whatever you love to do, there might be a tinge of fun in it.
Yes.
Exactly.
So how do you guys have fun while you guys are working, helping the poor, helping the needy?
That's the thing.
Popo, I'm not asking you.
You're going to call me that. You're going to call me that now.
Let's start from
Thank
there.
you, Anisa.
Okay, so how do you guys
No,
have
don't
fun?
worry.
How do you guys manage it? Because somebody's going somewhere, you have to get something, you have to deliver something, get the boxes made.
Well, at the end, we discuss everything.
Okay.
Whatever that's done in a day.
It was a fun question though.
So it's like when we're discussing it, we're like, actually, because we all are youngsters, we all have our inner jokes and everything.
Yeah.
So, and the best part about our Cater Center is that a lot of us are big fans of Urdu Shairi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
There are people who actually write,
I think that's you.
Sirosh is the one.
Share something.
Exactly.
Share something.
Okay, I just wrote my ghazal. Like I'll share some.
Go ahead.
So it's like कुछ तो अंदाज था तुम्हारी जुल्फों
Sing it, bro.
No, I cannot
Oh,
sing.
okay, but you've
Sing
written
the
it.
ghazal.
Okay, go ahead.
It's like कुछ तो अंदाज था तुम्हारी जुल्फों में कि गुलाब के बाग जैसा लगा.
Aye.
कुछ तो अंदाज था तुम्हारे चेहरे में कि शब के चमकते रात के चमकते चांद जैसा लगा.
I love you. शर्म आ गई.
So I just
That's great,
read
bro.
poetry a lot, and I listen to qawwalis and ghazal a lot.
And we have a lot of multi-talented people
Yeah.
over here. We have singers, we have poets.
He's a
who's a
great
singer?
singer.
You're a great singer?
Yeah, he sings.
Come on, sing.
He does sing, yes.
Sing,
He's a
okay,
very
you have to
hard
sing for him.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
made
yeah.
him recite it.
Sing
For
that song
Cater
for
Center.
Umair. Umair's song.
And that's not a national tune.
It's okay,
No,
it's
go
okay. It has, it's pretty okay.
Sure. गुलाबी आंखें जो तेरी देखी शराबी ये दिल हो गया संभालो मुझको ओ मेरे यारों संभलना मुश्किल हो गया.
Very nice,
Excellent,
brilliant,
very
bro.
nice.
Wow.
Excellent.
I mean, you guys are literally talented. But now, coming back to business,
yeah.
what we were talking about, and that
Yeah,
is,
good detail.
now, moving forward,
Yeah.
what plans do you guys have? How do you guys want to expand? And are you guys only going to be operational in Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, or where?
That's the thing. We plan on undertaking projects to other cities as well, because obviously there are many other people who need help, and we are very much open to that. So we do plan on, our research department is under it, and they are looking for projects in other cities as well. Whereas the other project that for future we plan to do is that we want to expand our Rozgar scheme. Instead of stalls, we can also provide the needy person with the taxi, with the rickshaw for that matter. That's going to bring them some more earning, some more source of earning. So we want to expand with that, but it all depends again on our donor base. If it expands, we get more donations, and then we are able to execute
And
this.
I think if you guys continue the work you're doing, there's no reason why your donor base shouldn't expand. So
Exactly.
best of luck with everything. It was an
Thank you
absolute
so
pleasure
much.
having
Thank
you
you
guys
so
on the
much.
show today.
Thank
You
you
guys
so
are
much.
incredible young youth. Youth of my time. Young youth.
You did it.
I did do
Wow.
it. I did it on purpose.
Bullseye. But then at the same time, guys, if there was someone who wanted to be a donor on your platform,
Yes.
how can they contact you? Please go ahead, share all your details.
In fact.
Can I share my number?
Yeah,
on
go
the-
ahead.
Well,
I mean,
sure.
depends whether girls would love to call you or
You
not.
can just visit our page, Cater Center on Facebook. We have our page on Instagram as well with the same name. And if you're in another city, then you can always, easy pesa to us. And for that matter, we are under consideration with our account getting made as well. So soon, inshallah, we will have our personal account, so you can, send us money through that as well. And inshallah, a message to our donors that you guys are involved in this. Without you guys, we will not be, able to do all of this. So when we do a project, it means that you are doing it for us.
Way to go, bro.
Wonderful.
Way to
Well
go.
done. And best of luck with everything.
Thank you so
and
much.
good luck with your results, guys. Whoever has results.
Desperately needed.
I'm sure you will do wonderful. So, guys, I
Okay.
hope you took something from this show. There's a lot of people actually, doing something off their own back with their own initiative. They're not taking money from anyone. They're raising the money and they're putting back into the society and into the community to the people that need it.
And then at the same time,
Inspirational.
just a small message for all those people who hold themselves back, and that is that, what if they, do not use the money? What if they do not do this and they come up with other excuses, being a bit negative? But at the same time, guys, at least they're doing something. Come on. Let's start by doing something.
Exactly. And there are people who will take your money and not use it right, but there are people who will, and we will try to highlight those, and we will always try and give you the right
Yeah,
information.
and they
So-
are those people.
And do log on to our Facebook fan page for any of this information, which is with the name of
Well, this morning.
our Twitter page,
Well, this morning without a G.
our Daily Motion and YouTube page,
Well, this morning once
and
again.
the repeat is at.
11 p.m.
Yes, great. Have a
Is that fine?
wonderful day, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow.
So till the next time, 1, 2, 3, good
Good morning.
morning.